Hi, this is Paul Finck, and this is Chalk Talk. Want to talk to you tonight about the number one question I receive. How the heck do you handle it all? How do you handle the spouse, the 6 kids, the multiple businesses, the students, the traveling around the country, and frankly staying sane and even happy? First and foremost, and the first step is clear communication with yourself and others. Your significant 6 or 7 is what I want you to focus in on. Those significant people that are in your life that create that center of influence or those center of influences. Who are they? Are they a plus or a minus in your life and in your future? You see, with those pluses and minuses, you want to either enroll them in your future plans or isolate them from yourself and others. You want to enroll your most supportive, the pluses. You want to isolate the most non-supportive, the minuses. See, it's funny, the first real estate program that I was introduced to was Carlton Sheets. This program was introduced to me via radio, and it was such a major decision. I had to enroll the number one significant person in my life, and that was my wife. I had to come to an agreement with her. I remember the night, and I remember coming home. I had heard the Carlton Sheets commercial on the radio, and I came home that night and said, honey, this is it. This is what's going to make the difference in our future. Except I need your help. You see, at the time, my wife and I had 6 kids under 6. We had 6 children that I had been a really strong part in supporting, a really strong part in taking care of. And now we had to do something slightly different. I was looking to take a second job, for lack of a better term, a second career in real estate investing, and I needed her to take over some of the responsibilities that I had traditionally been doing over the last few years, even taking care of the children. And so I went with her with this agreement. I said, honey, here's what I think our future is. Here's what I believe is going to make it for us. What I need from you is to take over some of my responsibilities and let me build our future in the real estate world. Give me 12 months. Give me time out there to go do this. I'm going to disappear for those 12 months. Working double time to create this for our future. I need you to take the responsibility of the children off my shoulders. You see, I enrolled her in the plan in the future. I received her commitment in advance. I achieved more focus because of it, because I was able to eliminate my distractions through that commitment and that agreement between us. I created her as a supporter so that I didn't have, from the first day, I didn't have the naysayers around me. First and foremost, I needed my significant other, my first center of influence, to be a supporter, a plus, not a minus. And in doing so, created continuous team play between us. That was commitment, and that was enrollment. I enrolled my wife, didn't I? Have you done the same for the pluses in your life? You see, the biggest challenge I see is that most of my people out there I meet, they listen to others and they let them drive everyone and you further away from your dreams. What I encourage you to do is isolate yourself from these dream stealers. See, there was a gentleman called Napoleon Hill. You might have heard of him. He wrote a book called Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill was actually commissioned by Andrew Carnegie to interview over 500 millionaires to find the success formula, and it took him over 20 years to do so. The result was the Think and Grow Rich book that sold over 7 million copies and still going strong. What's funny is Napoleon Hill had the very same challenge. He had other people, he had naysayers, he had those minuses people, those center of influences around him. He was severely criticized by family and friends, told to take a steady job instead of doing this craziness. He was made fun of for being so naive to actually be working for one of the richest men in the world, Andrew Carnegie, for no salary. He was ridiculed for being so egotistical to think he could actually write a book on the philosophy of success. You see, imagine this. Imagine if Napoleon Hill had actually listened to these people. We wouldn't have the #1 book on influencing success in this country and in this world. Ask yourself these questions. When family and friends give you advice, do you listen and change your actions because of it? Do you listen and live up to their expectations instead of your own? Do you fear what they will think or say if you take a different action? And frankly, would you live life differently if it was not for the opinion of others? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not thinking like a millionaire. That's what I want you to be doing, is thinking like a millionaire. So how does a millionaire think? Well, here's some questions for you, and some questions that I want you to be asking yourself on a regular basis, on a daily basis even. Is this the highest and best use of my time? Asking that particular question every day, in every way, as you go through tasks and challenges with your day, your hour, your week. Is this the highest and best use of my time? Will create the awareness within you and begin you on that path thinking like a millionaire. How about this one? Am I living full out right now? Am I living to my ultimate? Am I playing the game full out? And the follow-up question to that is, if not now, when? When am I going to start playing full out? When am I going to stop with the excuses and start living my dreams? Here's the absolute question I want you to be asking yourself every day, every hour, every minute. I talked about getting stuck. Here's the question that's going to help you get unstuck as you go through your day. As things hit you, as you approach your challenges, as you approach your day and you find yourself simply stopped. I want you to ask yourself, what is the absolute next step to create movement toward my dream today? What is my absolute next step to creating that movement toward my dream? Here's the question for all of you ladies and gentlemen and all my friends out there. What is your next step? What's your next step to creating the life of your dreams, to creating yourself like the millionaire you know you are, to creating yourself like the ultimate you? What is your next step? Answer me that. This was Chalk Talk with Paul Finck.